Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you for coming and watching. This is my first speed build that I am uploading to YouTube. I've been building in The Sims for a really long time and I think that I'm decent at it. So I decided to record it and upload it here so that you guys can watch. So what we're doing here is I decided that I wanted to do a sort of hippie, colorful, bohemian apartment. And the reason I wanted to do that is because it's kind of out of my comfort zone. I usually do really modern and like clean and white houses, but I decided to do something a little bit different, which is kind of weird because it's my first video and I decided to do something completely different than what I normally do, but I had a really good time anyway. So here we are, and we're starting with the kitchen. Oh, I picked this apartment in San Myshuno just because it was kind of a reasonable size for a studio apartment, I think. And it's got those little rat holes, which even though they're terrifying, they're actually kind of cute in my opinion. So I pretty much knocked down all of the walls and then just decided that the only walls that we would have would be separating the inside from the porch and also obviously the bathroom. And so over here in the corner, we've got a little kitchen that uses I think the island living countertops in the islands. And so as you can see, there are the island living islands and also the new wallpaper from the update that we just got on Thursday. And as I'm recording this, it's Friday, so I haven't even messed with the stairs and everything in that update yet. But I'm very excited to try it soon when I build something a little bit bigger than this little studio apartment. So, yeah, so I decided to do sort of a neutral light wood and then like a blue-orange color scheme in the kitchen. So that was fun. And so now you can see me just sort of playing around looking for dining options. And really what I was looking for is there's this table, this blue table somewhere in the game that's got these tiles on top. And it's really cute and hippie and bohemian, but I couldn't find it. And truly, I have no idea where it is. I've used it in other houses. I couldn't find it. I don't know what pack it's in. I don't know anything. Because I just kind of recently bought some new packs. And I, even still to this day, don't have every single pack because I'm not rich. And I can't afford every single pack and add-on. So I just kind of picked and chose the ones that I wanted the most, which would be like Cats and Dogs, Island Living, Laundry Day, and really recently I got like cool kitchen stuff, which I don't think was worth the money because there was only like 10 things in it, but oh well. Yeah. So over here we're doing the little bathroom, and I think bathrooms are really difficult because you know that there are a certain number of things you need in it, but just like I always like to picture myself using the bathroom. Like, do I want to be sitting directly next to the sink? Do I want to have my shower against a window? Like, what do I want out of this bathroom? And so I found an arrangement that I thought was decent. And then I also, later on in a couple seconds, you'll see that I decided to shove a washer dryer into the bathroom, which I think I just kind of wanted to fill out the space. And I love all the stuff in the Laundry Day pack, but I don't love having to do laundry in The Sims because you're kind of, by having a washer dryer, giving yourself more chores to do in The Sims and like just more needs to take care of, which is kind of annoying. But I think that all the stuff in Laundry Day is very cute, and I really like the idea of having a washer dryer in the bathroom of this tiny studio apartment. So I was just like, whatever, I put it in anyway. And yeah, so right here I put those little sandal lights. I really wanted to use a bunch of string lights and really cute lighting in this space, so I put those little sandal lights there. But I know that in another pack that I don't have, there are some actual string lights that are really cute. It might be like patio I don't know which pack it's in. I've just seen other Sims builders using them a lot, so I think I might figure out which pack the string lights come from and just go ahead and buy it because I really love string lights and I don't want them to have to be flip-flops because I will be deleting those flip-flops in a second in favor of other stuff. So yeah, just trying to clutter up the bathroom. The color scheme of this bathroom, I don't even think I had one. I guess it's kind of like a yellow and blue. Like a lot of this apartment, the color scheme is going to be like kind of an orange blue contrast, which I think is very cute. But in some places I just kind of went crazy with the color because I just wanted to, do something fun right out the gate. And then yeah, so I put down that blue tile, which I thought was really cute, with like the yellow washer dryer and then the yellow mirror and shower. And then you're about to watch me use almost every single tile swatch and color of tile swatch to figure out what to do with the walls, because when you've got this much color going on, you put color everywhere, and then you have to like sort of edit yourself and be like, okay, how much fun are we having here, and how tacky does this look? And so I think I landed on something decent where, this is like a blue wall color with just a little strip of tile at the bottom, so it's still a bathroom tile, but it's not like crazy blue. Like when I had the blue tile on the walls and the floor, it just kind of looked like a pool, like a public pool. I don't know, didn't like it, but I think we landed on something good. And usually when I'm building, I'm super all over the place. I don't focus on finishing any one thing at any time. So that might be kind of annoying for you guys to watch, but I'm sure that you guys have experienced similar things when building. And I'm sure that eventually I will start actually building things one at a time and finish them as we go along, but not today. Today's not that day. Yeah. And it's funny because as I'm watching this video, I'm just like, well, I put that down, but I'm about to delete it in a second because I remember building it and being like, terrible. No fireplace. And so I decided in this apartment that I was going to have, for the most part, no technology. So there's no TV in here. There's no computer, which would be kind of annoying to play in, I guess, because computers are so useful in The Sims. But, you can put a computer in later if you want. I don't know. Use a tablet. But the character that I'm thinking that lives in here, I'm thinking that she is a cool, single woman in the city she's probably like young-ish, but not too young, like I'm thinking like 27, 28, and she definitely owns a vegan bakery somewhere in San Myshuno, for sure. Like, that's obvious that she owns a vegan bakery. What else could she possibly do with her life other than own a vegan bakery with this house? I don't know. So we've got the, I will be changing that blue wallpaper, but mostly I just kind of wanted like a feature wall, like a statement, even though you've got that bright blue brick to the left, which also just came in the update yesterday. Today's Friday, the September the 6th. So I wanted to use it because it's new and it's fun and it's just painted brick, which I feel like is very trendy nowadays. Everyone's painting their brick because brick is out and painted brick is in. And then I really liked, I think it's from Cats and Dogs, this the flooring that I chose to put throughout the whole house. I just really like how there's so much like texture in it, but it's still pretty light. And I am so sad about this window, the sort of pointy curved window just there, because I really wanted to put it in because it matched the vibe perfectly, but it just didn't make sense because it didn't match any of the other windows. And so I'm like, why would that window be there? Not that the windows I chose match the existing windows at all, but whatever. So we've got this nice porch that honestly I completely forgot the porch existed because I walled it off, and then at some point while I was building I was like, oh, porch, there's a porch out there, which we're going to do something really fun with later. We're just going to cover it in plants. We're just going to like vomit plants all over that entire room. So that's fun. And then I also put in a floral arranging table as just sort of like a skill building activity thing, because I figured it just seemed right for this sort of character that I was imagining lives in this house, that she would really love flower arranging and basically would just have, pick a different color for everything. There are a couple of things that match, but you'll see me like change colors of things all the time because it's sort of like an evolving process, you know, like when you're building and you put something down and then once you get towards the end you realize how horrifically wrong you were, and then you delete it and you change everything, and then by the time you're done it's completely different than how it started. So that's fun. Yeah. And I wish that there was more than one ceiling fan in the game. There probably is. Like I said, I only have about half the packs. But I really am a fan of ceiling fans. I like it very cold in my house. I currently am living in Connecticut, and so it's getting nice and chilly. And that's perfect for me and the way that I like things. Yeah. I really love this room divider right here because it totally matches the vibe that I'm going for. And it sort of walls off the bedroom a little bit without, you know, like completely closing it off and making it a separate room. And then we switched up that wallpaper for something a little bit more exciting that kind of matched the windows, the color of the windows at least. The only thing I don't like about it is that it's got the wainscoting on the bottom, and none of the rest of the house has wainscoting, so I wish that it was just that floral wallpaper, but whatever. Not going to be that picky when it comes to a giant color studio blah 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 type thing. Yeah. And so then I downsized that dresser so that it was level with the bed, which I hope makes it still usable by the Sims. I really should start playtesting my stuff more often because I truly have no idea if anything that I do actually works, and then I'll throw it up on the gallery without ever playtesting it, and then I'll check the gallery almost every day to see if people commented and was like, hey, you need to playtest your stuff because nothing works. But I still don't playtest it anyway, which is on me. Yep. I really love that string of lights inside. Like, that's totally something I could see. Well, it was something that I did in college. I would string up lights everywhere, but I'm kind of an adult now, so maybe we can't get away with stuff like that anymore, or maybe we can, because when you're an adult, you can do whatever you want with your string lights anywhere. Oh, yeah, so these lanterns that I put over the bed, I love them. I love them so much. I was a little disappointed they weren't lights when I put them down, but you can just put the little hangy light bulb from Laundry Day in there, you know, just like alt place it, and then boom, you've got lights. And you can't even see the little light bulb hangy thing, so that is cute. Yep. And then, yeah, I really struggled for some reason with that side of the room over the flower arranger because I just didn't know what to put in there. So, and then the island, what I really wanted to do is just throw plants all over it, just cover the whole thing in plants, but I kind of threw clutter and stuff all over the kitchen counters, and so I figured something needed to be clear so that the Sims could actually make food, so I just left the island clear, which is a bit disappointing when you look at like the overhead shot of the entire apartment because there's plants everywhere else, but there are hardly any on the island, which is sad to me. Just that sort of sparkly cobble bowl type thing. But we do have, yeah, like a little study area over here, but like I said, no TV, no laptop, because this girl, I figure, is very in the moment. She likes to invite people over, hang out with her friends, maybe hold little, you know, meditation gatherings. Maybe she, you know, clears all the space and does yoga with her friends. And if she needs a computer, she can just go down to her bakery, which I could build at some point, I suppose, but which pack is it where you can have restaurants and stuff? Is it Get Together? I don't know. But I don't have that one yet, so I don't know anything about restaurants. I've heard that they're very annoying to actually go to and use in The Sims, but I feel like it'd be really fun to build just to, like, expand the world. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So here we're just cluttering up the kitchen. Did not put in a washer dryer because I was like, that is a luxury that we cannot afford in a very tiny studio apartment. And, yeah, because normally with apartments, I don't know if you guys have ever gone apartment shopping, but you kind of have to choose either between, and I lived in LA for a couple of years, so this might be more of an LA problem, but you kind of had to choose between having a washer dryer in your room, house, apartment, or having a dishwasher. And if you have both, then you're going to end up paying like $3,000 a month. And if you have one or the other, then you might actually be able to afford your apartment. But that was always a challenge, to find an apartment that had a washer dryer in the unit and also a dishwasher. So I figured this girl was like, you know what, I want to wash my clothes, but I can hand wash my dishes. It's all good, save water, whatever. Hand wash dishes. Plus, she probably eats most of her meals at her own bakery. Anyway. So, yeah. So we're about to get to the porch. And the porch was really fun for me to do because, on the inside, you kind of have to worry about, like, living and letting the Sims be able to get around and stuff. But on the porch, I was like, whatever, plants everywhere. I don't care if the Sims can actually get around any of this stuff. I truly don't. I'm not even putting this on the gallery because it's kind of really annoying to put, what's the word? Apartments. It's really annoying to put apartments on the gallery because you have to, like, delete all the walls and turn it into a room instead of a house. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to put it on the gallery. This is for me. And if anyone really, really wants to grab this apartment, then I could put it on the gallery, but I'm not doing it till somebody asks because it's annoying. But I'll do it for my friends. And you guys are my friends. So, yeah. Okay, so for outside, because the wall was already blue and I was planning on putting so many plants everywhere, I decided to go with a kind of neutral furniture color, just this dark brown. And I've never used the little bee thing. So I actually think that I will create this vegan baker character and throw her in this house and play test it. And just because I want a Sim that can keep bees, keep these plants alive that I keep putting out, because I put in a lot of these pots and then I just put outdoor plants in them, but I might delete those and actually try to grow stuff. So a Sim that can grow stuff, has a high baking culinary ability skill, and keeps bees and arranges flowers. I feel like that would be a very cute, tranquil life experience as a Sim. And then I really love taking that sort of wall of plants and shoving it into the wall so it looks like everything is just mounted onto the wall. That's one of my favorite things to do in The Sims, is to just take things that the Sims people built and use them not the way that they intended. Because, you know what? Do what I want. This is The Sims. And, also, if you guys see some stuff in the sort of items tray at the bottom that you've never seen before, it's because I have the show hidden objects cheat on, so that I can just grab anything I want, including extra plants that maybe you're not used to seeing, but I don't know if I even used anything that was show hidden objects so forget it. Maybe. And then also, you're about to watch me fight with these lights. Like, I had a fight with these lights. I did not know what to do, even though I knew I wanted them there, because they're really cute. And if I lived in the city and owned a vegan bakery and had a porch, I would want string lights there too. But you can, like, take those lights and shove them into the columns that already exist, which was really convenient. But then they like just barely made it to the column in the middle. And so you'll see what I did in a second. That's what I did. I just put 2 poles. And I was like, there we go. Done. Whatever. This apartment is for me and me alone. And maybe somebody else if they ask for it to be put on the gallery. But for now, I'm not going to do it. And so if I want to have 2 weird poles on my porch, I'm gonna. There we go. And I tried to decorate it somehow to make it not look like 2 weird poles, and it just didn't work out. So this is how it's going to be. And yeah, I've heard some other Simmers talking about putting fans on outside areas and how that might be weird or not weird, but I'm from the South, so we always put fans on the porch. Always. So that's just what I'm used to, and so I'm going to do it. And also, it makes a lot of sense, in my opinion, to put, because you know, you're outside, so what's the point? But at the same time, it just keeps the air moving, so if it's really humid, it's nice. I don't know. And then, yeah, so here you'll see me taking all of the sort of hippie looking art in the game and then just trying to place it places where it wasn't too visually offensive. And so, yeah. And then I really like how these island living carpets, sort of, you can like line up the patterns to make it a bigger carpet if you want to. And so I totally did that. And then this is the point where you sort of realize you're getting towards the end. And so you just start placing little random things everywhere, just trying to fill out the space, figure out what looks empty. And I really wanted this to be very cozy and cluttered. And so it's not as cluttered as some other houses that I've made in the past, but it's getting pretty cluttered. Yeah. Oh yeah, okay, so that cut right there is, I finished the video, I was like, I'm done, yay, and so I went to go take some screenshots, and then I was looking around and I was like, you know what, not enough plants, I need so many more plants, and so here we are just putting down plants anywhere possible, and this is what made me realize that I probably do need to get a bunch more packs just because of plants, because I used like maybe not one of each literally, but it really felt like I had used one of every single plant except like the sort of more richy rich looking ones, because this girl is, you know, like very natural bohemian, and she wasn't going to put like some sort of ornate glass vase somewhere, you know. She got all of her stuff from her travels abroad looking up different vegan baking recipes, and so she didn't get anything too ridiculous and fragile. But, yeah, so just putting down way more plants, putting them everywhere I possibly could, putting them behind the couch. And one of the issues with sizing down things is that it's really fun to size things down and then just have them fit better. But at the same time, some items have these weird shadows that are already set. And when you size down the object, the shadows don't get smaller. So then you've got this normal size object with a giant shadow underneath it, and you're just like, why? And then here's me fighting, just absolutely fighting with that wall plant, because it didn't want to go where I put it, but I got it. We got it there. Sometimes it's funny watching this sped up ×6, because I was like, I fought with that wall plant for what felt like probably 10 to 15 minutes, but it was actually, when you speed it up by 6, it's only a couple minutes. No, not even a couple minutes, a couple seconds. And then I decided it didn't really make much sense that someone would put plants on top of their cabinets, because how do you get up there to water them? But I figured that I was going to do it anyway, because why not? And it just makes the space look like fuller and more fleshed out from the top, and the top is, you know, the perspective you're going to be seeing it from the most anyway, you know, because no one ever plays The Sims from like eye level. You have to play it from top down for the most part, just to keep an eye on everybody and make sure everyone's taking care of themselves and going to the bathroom and eating, and no one's drowning or anything. So I figured we would just make everything look good from the tippy top all the way to the floor. And so there we go. And then I decided, yeah, to put a lot of these outside plants inside, but just having a little garden pot and putting it down, and that way you can put any plant from outside you want inside without making it look like it's growing out of the floor. And we are almost done with the build. I definitely think the plants improved it a ton. And so there we go. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I didn't talk your ear off. I really enjoyed building this thing, and see you guys next time.